joined by a man who's won 3 Super Bowl rings as an assistant coach of the New England Patriots and is now set to enter his 3rd season as head coach of the Detroit Lions. You talk about philanthropic efforts. This guy doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk, and we're happy to have him on the show. Matt Patricia, welcome to Good Morning Football. Coach, how are we doing?
Doing great. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Look, you guys opened up your virtual offseason program last week. Viewers at home, us, the 4 hosts, we're not even sure what that means. Is it a giant Zoom room or are you actually going through practice and in the weight room? Like, what is the virtual offseason program and how are the Detroit Lions tackling this incredibly new time in offseason training?
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting from that aspect of trying to figure out how to teach the players. We had kind of an option of whether going with a virtual workout program or a virtual classroom, and we decided to go with the classroom teaching. I just think it's so important to kind of get on and see the guys and go through the information that we want to, start reviewing, start to build the culture of our team and just be able to see everybody's faces. Pretty cool with 100 guys on. And you're on one call, just kind of scrolling through the screen and seeing everybody. It was neat.
Yeah, it's kind of like this interview right now. Coach, looking back on the draft, you guys were at the number 3, and you surprised a lot of people, I think, including maybe even some of us here, because we thought with Matt Stafford and so many teams thirsty to move up for quarterbacks that you guys might move back, but you didn't. You saw Jeff Okudah, you wanted him, you drafted him. What was it about Okudah that made him so irresistible?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a young man we spent a lot of time on. I think he's a really excellent player in college football. We knew his coaches. We talked to them at length. I think he's been very productive. He's physical. He's tough. He's got a great skill set for the corner position. And just felt it really fit one of the needs that, we needed on our team. We certainly always look for different opportunities during the draft, whether it's to move up or move back. But, in that particular situation, there was no one that was really doing anything as far as trades or moving up. And, we had a guy we really liked, so we just wanted to take him and go forward.
So there really wasn't much action, or did you actually have some traction and any threat at all that maybe you could have moved back for number 3? Was it close? No.
I think everyone in the top 10 really did a great job of holding their cards tight to their, and just not letting everybody what they were going to do. Certainly, the guys behind me, the Giants and the Dolphins, we're all real familiar with each other. So I think everyone just kind of sat where they were and picked who they wanted to pick.
Hey, Coach, I have to be honest with you about something. So last year, I was asked a question about Matt Stafford and the amount of money he's making and if Detroit would ever consider moving on. And I threw a few guys out there that were making a lot of money, and the team wasn't necessarily getting the results. Shortly thereafter, there were trade rumors. Now, I don't know if your response to the trade rumors was a direct result of what I was talking about, but you said it's comical to think that I would move on from Matt Stafford. And I agree with you. I played with him, so I know how talented he is. What do you make of all that talk that people are saying, you know what, maybe it's time that they go get a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal and they start to do what some of these other teams have been doing, get a young guy, paid young money, and build around him?
Yeah. So am I supposed to blame you for those trade rumors? Is that what we got going on here?
Yeah.
So you're making my life a little bit more difficult there? Is that what we're doing?
Sorry.
I mean, one of the main reasons I came to the Detroit Lions was for Matthew Stafford. I have the utmost respect for him as a player. I think he's a phenomenal teammate. He's a great football mind. He loves to talk the game. I just get fired up when I get the chance to meet with him and go over things and talk about strategy and players and game. So from that standpoint, for me, this was kind of crazy conversation when that stuff comes up. I do understand when coaches maybe go into franchises, they're trying to redo everything there and maybe go with a younger, less expensive quarterback, whatever it is, to build around different pieces that they feel they need. But in our case here, I'm trying to do the best I can to build around Matt Stafford. I think that's the most important thing. Try to help him out. And obviously, with the offensive line up in front of him, get a little bit of a run game, skill players out there, and play better defense and try to do everything we can to have a complementary football team with him as our leader. So I get really excited to coach him and really fired up to be around him. So I'm not changing.
Love that. If anything, Nate's the one who talks up Matt Stafford all the time, and we love that you're building that offense and that defense for this squad in the NFC North. Coach, I want to talk a little bit about COVID-19. I'm sure you heard me say that our NFL families raised over $100 million at this point in the relief effort. But I know that you and your wife, Raina, have been really active and going above and beyond. I hope you can tell us a little bit about that and how we can help.
Oh, I appreciate that very much. You know, really honestly, when everything happened here in Michigan, and we have family in New York, New England, those areas started to get really hard, and we were put, you know, into the quarantine situation here. Just started talking to some of the doctors, neighbors, our team doctor, and really just, I almost felt helpless at the time. You know, what do we do? How do we help? How do we go out into the, you know, in the world and do something? And, you know, just by chance, my wife and I were having a conversation. We've worked with a group called the Empowerment Company before, and send our rookies down there. It's a great program that gives jobs to homeless women that are trying to their family and then teach them a skill set. And it's really a program that works. You know, it gets people back on their feet and gives them a job and a way to support, you know, their loved ones. So we were talking, and my wife said, I wonder if they could make, you know, masks or gowns. And I said, you know, it's an unbelievable idea. I said, let's reach out and see what they're doing. And it just was one of those things. They were actually already in the process of trying to convert their factory to do that, and they just needed some support and some help. And, you know, our guys, myself, we talk about, you know, taking our words and putting them into actions. And we just thought it was a great thing to do. So just trying to do things like that.
It's incredible. And thank you for your work, and also for Raina. And I know you're underselling just how much the Lions have played a role in the community. So we know Michigan's going through it. And thank you, Coach. A slight turn here. I want to go back into Foxborough for a second, because I know there's a code up there. What happens in New England, you don't talk about New England. Even when you leave New England, it's almost like omerta at this point. But they're going with Jared Stidham. Like, what is happening up there? You're the former defensive coordinator. You know Belichick. Is it possible that, like, they're really rolling with Stidham, Coach? Can we talk Patriots?
I mean, I am Italian here. So you're speaking my language right now. These are things that are just unspoken, things that we just, you know, we don't discuss. But, you know, look, Coach Belichick, I you know, just have utmost respect for him and everything that he does. So, you know, I'm sure they're doing a great job with it.
Wow.
He threw out Omerta.
I mean, hitting back.
I can't go anywhere.
Yeah. All right.
Wow,
So
Coach.
Schrager,
I thought we were friends,
Schrager's going to wake
Coach.
up tomorrow morning with a horse's head in his bed.
Yeah.
Basically.
All right.
I mean,
Let's try to get this thing back on track, Patricia.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Now listen. All right. If there's any silver lining to this, other than getting to hear your very insightful thoughts on the Patriots, is that we all during this time have got to spend a lot of time with family. Maybe a time that we wouldn't normally get to spend. So, Matt, I look at you, big, tough, defensive coach with the beard and, you know, the pencil, and I hear rumors that you've been down on your knees playing with Barbie in her dream house, and she's getting along with Ken, and they're having a wonderful time together. So how is Barbie? Do you do the voices? And what's life at home been like, Coach Patricia?
I knew once I let that slip out, I was in trouble. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it to my players tomorrow, too. You know, there's a lot of Disney princesses going on at our house. Aladdin is a very popular person. So there's car rides. We're in the dream house, hanging out there. I have a 4-year-old daughter right now that has me wrapped around her finger. If she asked for a horse right now, we'd have a pony in our house. I'm pretty sure. You know, the boys are a little bit easier. They kind of ask for stuff. You're like, no, we're not doing that. You know, she looks at me and she's just like, you know, she says, Daddy, don't you want to play with me? And I said, yes, I do. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Figure.
That's incredible. Next time you're playing with Aladdin, please tell Jasmine I said sup. But also, Coach, I hear that you're a musician at home. All right? And you know what I'm talking about. I hear there's a ukulele going on. Are you playing ukulele for the children? Do you have it? Do you play it? And would you play for us?
Oh, God. So all this got out. Yeah, I have a ukulele.
Wow.
Hey! Yeah. Let it rip.
I have we have a guitar. Just
Can you play,
I actually
something?
Play something.
Over the rainbow. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on, Coach.
That's the one I'm on right now. I'm actually on
I
that
know you
right now.
are.
I don't want to disrespect anybody that actually can play this thing. So they'll ask me to stop. You guys will get the channel turned off. Lose ratings.
Coach, I gotta tell you, had you answered the Patriots Stidham question, you wouldn't have to have admitted or talked about Barbies. I'm just letting you know that for the future.
Yeah, the Stidham one's hard for me because I wasn't there. I wasn't there for that. So
Answer
that's
the question, Coach.
There's probably a better question in there. I'm sure you want to ask me about Brady or something else. Those guys that I actually know.
Nah.
I'd answer that one.
No, we want to know about Stidham.
Yeah, me too.
Coach, we know one thing. We know one thing. We are all such big fans of you. Thank you to you, Raina, your kids, your family, everything you're doing there in Detroit, on and off the field. We appreciate you, and we love that you stop by and make our day sometimes. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the best. Just bringing normalcy to this unnormal time that we have. You guys every single day bringing it. Really, I appreciate that more than you guys know. I love to see the background stuff. We got Princeton, Nate. Can't wait to get you up. Okay, obviously appreciate all your support. And we got Frank Ragnow in the background down there, Peter. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's National Nurses Day too. Don't forget to appreciate everyone in the medical field. Appreciate what they're going through right now.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you.
In this city, quiet doesn't feel right. We're used to making noise, making buildings shake.
Crowd up and making noise now. There's Barry up the middle, 35, cuts to the right, 30, cuts it back over the middle, 20.
Making memories.
He swings at a long drive to right, and it is a home run for Gibson.
In Detroit, the moments that ring loudest and we remember most are those we shared together.
NBA World Championship.
And the athletes who've earned a special place in our hearts are those that share our values. Hard work.
Forward to Blake for a dynamite dunk.
Toughness. Consistency. But when the game stopped and things got quiet, we didn't forget our values and we didn't lose our spirit. It lives on in the heroes who always rise to the occasion, the men and women who keep this city going and whose teamwork and dedication have given us new reasons to cheer. One day, we'll be in the same arena, stadium, or ballpark, and it will feel good to root for the home team. We don't say we'll be back together because we are always together. You cheer for us, we cheer for you.